Welcome to the hottest happy hour in STL right here at the In Your City show on the Lou Information Station, louinfo.com. If you're listening on radio and you want it even clearer, crystal
Join us
clear,
on YouTube.
yeah, go to louinfo.com. It's super serious.
And
Super
subscribe.
simple. Yep, you can subscribe. LOU
Subscribe,
info.com.
like us, the whole works. I'm going to
You
go
can go to
through and just put
Facebook,
everything
you
on
can go
there.
to
Yeah.
Instagram, whatever you'd like. You can follow us. Let us know what you'd like to hear. Maybe you have a story you would like to share. Our beautiful September issues are out. They have been delivered to the homes. There's some here at the station here in Kirkwood. We keep some at our office in the Commons, and then you might find them around town at different places, but they're absolutely gorgeous. We are so glad you're here. It's weird having my glasses on. So
Do you have your contacts on?
yeah, if you're listening, you wear contacts, you understand that when you wear them all the time, you probably the same thing. My eyes weren't really that bad, but when you start wearing contacts, they get so accustomed to them. When you take them out, you're like blind. It's like you can't
It
see
takes a
anything.
while to get to adjust to them.
Yeah, at an early morning meeting and someone's walking towards me and you can tell they're going to say hi. I couldn't tell who it was until they got right up on me. And I'm like, oh, that's who it is. I can see you now.
Mass murderer, I had no idea.
I'm just going to give a random person a hug, see how things are going on. Well, we've got a great show going on. We kind of had a little bit of between yesterday's show, we had that long break with the holiday weekend.
Yes,
And
we
then
did.
coming back, we did lots of fun things. We went to Bachman Turner Overdrive. That tells you our age because
It
we were.
well, with Cat Muse, of course, told you all
We
last
did
week
that they were here.
which one to go to.
We
And she
ran
said,
into her.
saw her and her snazzy boots.
She did a snazzy boots on.
So we saw a friend of mine, Tim Reynolds, who's the drummer for the band Boyfriend. Saw him at the concert, and we saw Zebra, April Wine, and Bachman Turner Overdrive. And so we saw Zebra that night. Then Debbie and Timmy went and took a trip to Colorado. Then we're going to go to Red Rocks and see a concert. But in the airport, they ended up seeing the band Zebra that played at the concert that night at the airport.
And then someone gave them 2 free tickets to go
to the Colorado Rockies baseball game.
That was
And I'm
lucky.
like, man, you guys are like hitting the
That
jackpot.
was a lucky.
Kelly's like,
weekend
go
for
to
them.
the casino.
You guys probably gonna win, but it is funny. So Gordon thought he'd be sweet. My birthday's coming up here soon. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start her birthday off
Tells me
early.
she likes Bachman Turner Overdrive.
You know what? There's things I like. That doesn't mean I want to go sit there and listen to it. So of course, nice me. I say yes. That sounds great. Let's go. Funniest thing ever. Because of course, everybody there, unless someone drugs somebody underage to go, they're old like us.
Right.
So they're at the concert. This is when you know you're getting old. First of all, it's the only concert.
Randy Bachman played in the Guess Who. That's how old everybody is.
He had to sit in a chair. He's so old. So we are sitting there listening to the concert. And what's so funny is when you're young, if you get a floor ticket, you're standing the entire time because everyone's standing and dancing. Well, nobody stood at this concert. If they did, it was like seconds. But next to us, the couple
during the concert,
they have their phones out. And they're looking at, I guess their kids must have just sent pictures of the grandbabies. So they're oohing and on over the grandbaby pictures during the concert. And the lady in front of them was literally on her phone playing a game.
Video game on her phone.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that was happening.
So apparently he bought her tickets for her birthday too, and she didn't care.
Don't buy your woman anything that has a plug on it. Or tickets to things that you want to see.
Yeah.
Make sure that maybe she.
So do we invite our buddies instead of inviting you, our spouses?
No, probably ask what we want to do for our birthday.
Oh, okay.
Unless I've mentioned I must do this, then you can sneak out and get tickets.
So we have these Celsius energy drinks. Kelly's is called Galaxy Vibe. Mine is called Astro Vibe. And these are much needed today. So
that's our mocktail. There's no alcohol in this. This is our mocktail today. This is gluten-free, sugar-free.
Calorie, 10 calories.
And I don't know why you brought it up. Is this something everyone should try?
I'm just saying, it's the Wednesday after a holiday weekend.
And cheers.
Cheers. Energy drink. We're talking about old people at concerts, and here we are.
That's the only way you can get through. So our show today that sparks change and a run with ribbon, we're going to get ready for an episode. We are going to be talking with Mich Hancock. She is the CEO and 100th CEO of 100th Monkey, co-founder of the TEDxStLouis. We're going to explore transformative ideas. We're going to talk about the TEDx that's coming up. And then we're going to lace up talk to Kameel Stanley, founder of Trap Run Hip Hop Walk Run. So I'm assuming you can dance, walk, or run with this event. We're going to find out.
Sounds like a hopscotch type of thing. You know?
High energy event that fuses community, fitness, and culture in the most exciting way. So those are our guests for today's show that we're going to talk to. Now, you know, I can't help myself.
Here we go.
I can't help myself right now. I can't get over the whole engagement thing.
Oh boy.
Okay, listen to this.
We're going to lose listeners.
No, listen to this.
Bring her name up.
Yeah, I can't. No, that not everybody. Believe me, she's $1 billion. She's a billionaire. There are people do.
Which is another reason people are like, I don't want to hear about her anymore.
Okay, so we all know they got engaged. I brought it up too many times. You've heard it everywhere, all along the world.
Story.
Okay, but the coolest part about this story is the young girl who was the jeweler. So this ring was $550,000 vintage-inspired 8-carat engagement ring, the Travis Kelce. The coolest thing about this is the jeweler. The jeweler, who is Kendrick Lubeck, she's only 30 years old. She was told by a vintage jewelry collector that she would never be a jewelry designer, that her work was not good enough. And she said, I believe that if someone says you can't do something, you should prove them 110% wrong. She continued, I think when one door closes, you kick the next one down. I think if you have a dream, you should never, ever quit. This is coming from a young girl who was told she'd never amount to anything. She would never become a jeweler. Talk about the luck of the draw. So Kelce, he actually knew that he wanted to design a vintage-inspired ring for Taylor, probably someone who has everything, right? He, with a networking of friends, experts, he himself visited over 40 shops, had numerous Zoom meetings with different jewelers around the world.
I guess he's thinking, I mean, what do you buy a billionaire, right? So he's thinking, I got to get this right.
I got to do it right. So he found this young woman, Kendrick Lubeck, found her after he did 40 himself and Zoom meetings, and had other experts and other friends out there trying to find the right designer for this ring. And he selected this woman whose life is for going to ever be changed, Kendrick Lubeck.
So the ring was $500,000,
right?
$550,000. So did he supply the stone, or did she have the stone and create this, or did she just create the fitting? You know what I mean? Like
he designed, she designed. He sat and he spent hours and hours with her. He also worked with her to design the perfect ring. So this was a big deal. This wasn't just like going into this favorite jewelry store and saying, I'll take that one.
Going into Zales and
Zales.
Which one do you have on discount?
You just said Zales. Wait, is Zales still around?
It's the mall. It's one of those mall jewelry stores. That's why you have to say that.
Well, I don't want to cut it down because I'm sure someone has.
It's better than Jared.
You shouldn't say
no,
that.
I mean, Jared's. What I'm trying to say is it's not like Jared. Jared's not in the mall.
What is Jared's theme line?
What was the other one? Helzberg diamonds?
I think they're all still around.
In the mall. Those were mall diamonds.
I know, but you don't want to make fun of it.
I'm not making
their prize
I'm not making
from there.
fun of it. That's where I would have gone.
You did not go there.
No, I didn't go.
You went to a private jeweler. But I'm just saying, I think that he really went above and beyond. And what I'm really getting at in the story of bringing up Taylor again, and I'm sorry, I can't imagine how many times it's going to happen, to think that this woman, out of all of these people, her life has changed. She got the luck of the draw. I'm sure.
Because there's going to be other girls go, I want to go where Taylor Swift got her ring.
Exactly. Oh, I can't even imagine the amount of press.
But I only got $5,000. What can you do for $5,000?
Exactly. Not $550,000, just $5,050.
Oh, $500.
$500. Oh, you didn't spend $500.
Can I get matching earrings for an extra $100?
People don't throw those in, right? So can you believe also that we are on 28 years of Princess Diana gone?
I know. We were just talking about that on the way here, and it's like, I know.
First of all, where's the time gone? And then you think, and she, of course, will forever be young in our hearts because, that's the thing when people die too young. That's all
was she?
Was she 36?
Okay, yeah.
Very young. I believe 36. August of 1997, car crash, of course, in Paris with Dodie, who she was engaged to. Um, but and the boys were only 15 and 12, and they're grown men,
Yeah.
married, children. I mean, in 28 years, a lot, has
Yeah.
changed and happened since then, but kind of crazy at the time and how it goes by. But her brother, the Princess of Wales, actually did a tribute to her, and still, keeping her alive, and, in our hearts and that. But yeah, so anyway, just kind of takes you a little bit for a loop can you remember where you were when that happened?
Yes, I know exactly where I was. I was, Dave Berryman. Remember
Yes,
Dave
of
Berryman, my
course.
buddy Dave? I was at Dave. I was still had my DJ company. I was doing a private party at his house for a pool party at his house when we found out the news. It was like at nighttime when it came across the news. And so yeah, it was at Dave Berryman's house, kind of like where Elvis died. You remember that. Where were you?
I was in my living room watching TV. I remember being like on my knees at the table because at the time Carly was just little bitty. She's 28. So, and sitting with her playing like at the table there in the by the couch, in the living room, watch TV, and it was breaking news. I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny, we don't know her, just like I don't know Taylor, but I feel like we're best friends.
But we feel close to them
We
because
do, because
we
they're
see them, we're involved. It's kind of like,
us.
you got so involved in, I mean,
Us, we're in
when we had
everybody's
Billy
lives.
Bush on, you got so involved in
I did.
what is it, his
We watched
show.
the series in
You had
one
to find
day.
out. I mean,
we stopped to make a pizza. That's all we did.
out of
We
all
watched
the
out
questions
everything.
Kelly could have asked Billy Bush, you had to ask him like, well, tell me about did your daughter ever get married? Did she marry that guy?
Well, why wouldn't you? They left us hanging. They left us on cliffhangers. One had broken up with someone.
But we get invested. Yeah, we get invested.
Yeah, one was going to marry someone that we didn't like, and I got to find out that didn't happen. So, all good news there. But yes, that is what happens. So I'm going to stand. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about? Because our guest, she is not in here, Mitch. Okay.
We're bringing her in.
Grant was supposed to be bringing her in. He must have got tied up or something. So I'm back again. We're bringing in our guest. We got to,
come on in, have a seat.
high class. We had to go get our own guest to get in here.
We're going to be sitting right there.
Put that mic on right there.
Camera?
Yes, we are. But you're going to need to put that mic on so they can hear you talking. Okay. And then make sure that ringer's off as well.
I'm turning off both.
So Mitch is with us. She is the co-founder, as I mentioned earlier, of the 100th Monkey, and which you're going to have to tell us what the heck that is. And then also the co-founder of TEDxStLouis right here in St. Louis.
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's been a while since I've actually been able to see you. I think we were over at
No, we were
studio.
right here.
You were here.
We were in the small studio right here. She was in this small studio right here.
Yeah.
But okay.
And she was wearing red. And I remember it well.
So isn't that funny how I don't remember that? But I remember being at an event at some studios where you were at and ran into you there.
Probably, was it Shack City?
Might have been. I'm not sure. And got to see you there. But that's funny how how things can just leave your brain until, you can get
I think it's normal.
That's normal.
I hope it is.
After all these years, I mean, how much can we possibly keep in our head, right?
There you go. Yes, exactly.
Well, first, tell me about what the 100th Monkey is.
So that is a digital marketing agency that
Okay.
I have owned now for 15 plus years. And we specialize in social media marketing, but we do email marketing and websites and all the things.
Okay.
I think that just is naturally what happens over the years. When you do this long enough, you have clients that need you to step in for them for a lot of reasons. Lately, one of what has been happening a lot is that there are a lot of companies and organizations out there that do not have enough budget to afford a marketing person, department,
right.
And so it's easier to hire an agency because we have all the skills.
Yes.
So you can try to find the unicorn out there, the one person that can handle everything, or you can hire someone like us that we love people.
Yeah, good thinking.
So it just works out. And we don't take vacations. and we don't need health insurance. So it's easier to hire an agency in many respects.
I like that. I could use a vacation though. So let's talk about TEDx St. Louis. When did you co-found that?
So like 11 years ago.
I was going to say, it's
doing
probably
this for a
about when I
while.
met you. I think you might have just been starting that.
Yes.
It's been a long time. So tell me what drew you to have the passion to want to bring TEDx here to St. Louis.
Well, the TED brand is amazing, and the talks are incredible. To be able to take a big idea and offer it to people in 18 minutes or less, which
not 10, 18.
I thought it was 10, so it's 18.
But I will tell you.
Now, why 18 and not 20?
I don't know. You have to ask all the higher.
I'm just curious. It's like that's kind of a weird number. It's like a 20-minute or 10-minute or 15-minute. Let's make it 18.
A big meeting and let's really discuss this strategically. And but I will tell you now, we really do. We ask our speakers to keep it at 10 to 12 minutes because clicks, attention spans,
exactly,
that kind of thing. And so that makes it even more difficult.
So real life short
becomes very, very important when we're saying to them, you got 10 to 12 minutes to get across your big idea.
It's like our magazines. We become picture books.
Yeah.
We can't write too many words. We can't keep their attention.
No, and it's scannable. It's like bullet points, things that, bolded, that kind of a thing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So when we do these TEDx talks, how many people do, so there are 12, you try to keep them at 10 to 12 minutes.
Right.
How many people in the course of a night at one of these events, how many speakers do you typically have?
So for us, we landed around 5 speakers and 1 entertainer. So TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. Now, of course, the topics have gone way beyond all. I mean, if you have something you want to learn about, I would think there's probably a TED Talk about
now it's TEDx Plus.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I mean,
use that.
But that's where it all started. The whole idea of it was the thought that we were starting to see this confluence of the technology, entertainment, design all coming into one place. I mean, think of our smartphones. That's that. They're designed well. They've got entertainment on them. It's technology. All comes together in one beautiful little package.
TEDx Talk is on my bucket list. I want to do one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on my bucket list.
Yeah. I've just got tons of questions about TEDx because I've heard so many about them, and I've never really sat and listened to one of them. And I'm horrible. I should, because my attention span is probably 5 minutes.
Okay, so you can listen to half of it and the other half the next day. That's pretty good.
Some of them are really good.
They're amazing. And, and you were speaking about, it's on your bucket list. We do hold auditions every year. So in January, we do a call for submissions, and people can submit their big idea. And we pick about 25 of those to audition for us. So you get 3 minutes to audition in front of us. And if we're like, that's a big idea.
What advice can you give someone who wants to do a TEDx talk and wants to get prepared to do their 3 minutes?
Good question for me. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, I said good question for me. So you get my bucket list.
Question. It really is. So, because this is an exercise. I mean, and even if you don't ever have the want or need to do a TEDx talk, you have some kind of a presentation that you can give.
Mm-hmm.
So I call it TED, like, let's TEDify your talk. Even if it's not a TED talk, we can TEDify it. But sit down and think, why do I want to give this talk? Why am I the person to give this talk? And then you want your big idea to be something that's really perspective changing, something that people have not heard before. So a couple of examples I can give.
Well, that's hard to do nowadays.
Everything's out.
Seems like it gets harder by every year.
Because I've had people like, Mich, what will my TED Talk be? I'm like, so you're supposed to tell me what you think that is, because that's hard. It's really difficult to go through this exercise with yourself. But start marinating it. We've had, for example, do you know about Companion Bakery? Are you familiar with Companion?
Sure.
Okay, so Josh Allen is the owner of Companion Bakery. And what I liked about his talk is that he talked about how he was able to take his company from producing 1.5 million pounds of waste every year to just 500,000. And that's interesting. But the big idea behind that was what he came to understand was, he called it his trash metric. The less trash that we create in a year, the higher our sales, customer satisfaction, vendor satisfaction, employee satisfaction, everything else raised up when the trash metric was low.
Why?
That's an interesting way of looking at business.
It really
right?
is.
A new way of measuring your success. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that where people stop and think, this is different. This is making me think differently. This is putting me on a new track, and it's fun to play within your brain. And you're going to go and tell all your friends and share that.
Now I'm like, gosh, am I going to get this off my bucket list? Got to really think of something deep. I don't have trash metrics going on. What can I use?
No, that's very interesting. You know, we had Michael Steinberg on as an interview, and they're doing Chesterfield, the whole mall. They tore it down.
Okay.
But what was interesting is basically the same concept. Almost 90% of the materials that they're using to rebuild that structure, the new structure, is repurposed materials from the old Chesterfield.
Which is awesome. I mean, that's the kind of thing you want to see. My daughter is in interior design, and she has a minor in sustainability, because this is what we want to see. I mean, and thrifting is all back in vogue, and yeah, let's do that. We probably made enough stuff.
Exactly. And you know what? My wife, that could be her TED Talk, how to repurpose your home 50 times in a year.
I'm sure everybody would want to know about that. That'd be
Is she a
super exciting.
professional decorator? That's my
Oh my gosh.
my mother, it's like every time I come over, she's like, do you want to see what we've done in the blah, blah, blah room now? So yes.
But it looks brand new. I can take an item and put it to a new room, and it's like, gosh, it looks new again. You just repurpose.
Yeah.
I don't mind
Yourself a
buying things
change
too.
of scenery.
Exactly. So that was a great question on there. But what do you think drives the passion to keep doing this every year? What continues to be that driving force?
Well, so I am a highly curious being. So I love that I get to talk to these people that are doing all this really cool stuff. I'm a huge fan of St. Louis. So one of the things that we do as a TEDx, which is different than a lot of TEDx's out there, is we feature people from our area.
Okay.
Because, once these people do their talk, now we're putting that on a global stage. When I upload that to the TED organization, it's going to go out there on their YouTube channel for all to see. And isn't it great that we have these amazing people in St. Louis that the world gets to check out and know what we're up to over here?
When they become a TEDx talk and they get put out there globally like that, what is the next level? Do you have people, does this really excel their speaking career from having a TEDx talk? Are they then being pursued by TEDx as a whole, or what kind of?
It varies. So it's not always about speaking, right?
Okay.
So like we aren't necessarily looking for anyone who's a professional speaker.
Okay.
Right? We work with one of our community partners is CocoBiz. So CocoBiz will work with our speakers to talk about stage presence and how do you craft the story part of your talk if that's going to come into play.
Wow.
We're looking again for the big ideas. So for many of our people, it's done several things. One, it can make you a better speaker. I mean, it's a master class in speaking.
Sure.
So the way you present from there forward, they've all told me that's going to change. If I was a presenter before, I am now going to do it differently after I have just gone through this program. For other people, it's just helped them to really shine a light on what they are doing, and people start reaching out to them.
That's incredible. I've really just learned something brand new. What about TEDx Talk Forever? And what you just said was so enlightening. You are not looking for the next incredible, vivacious, brilliant speaker. You are looking for the next best idea to be given.
So the
teach them how to do it.
The tagline used to be what it used to be, ideas were spreading. Now it's ideas change everything. And, if someone has an amazing idea and they've got some proof behind it, they're like, hey, I had this amazing idea. And then look, I went out and did it, let's talk about that. And it does your heart good. And it's really fun to play with your brain when you watch these talks and listen to these talks, because people are out there doing some good things. And I don't watch the news, but I happened to be at my parents' house the other night and they had the news on, and I was like, Oh my gosh, no wonder I'm worn out just listening to the news. This is like so much negativity and it's terrible. And, I want to hold space for people that are going through really difficult things. But at the same time, I want to see all the good stuff we're doing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. So now, because time is so short, when is the next TEDx talk that people can go and be able to? You've already selected your speakers because that was
Are you
January.
ready? This
Yes.
Friday.
Wow. Okay. Now, where's it going to be? Can we still get tickets?
Yes. So September 5th, it's going to be at the Two Hill. Our website is TEDxStLouis, SAINT, spelled out stlouis.org.
Okay.
That will lead you to where you can get the various ticket levels. We do have supporter and super supporter tickets, which gets you in a little early. And we are running a pre-event with Coca Biz, our partners, that is going to be about women in leadership. And then the talks will run from three-ish or so, end by 5. So it's
I remember being there for the day when I went. I remember being there, and
we don't. Again, we're cutting the talks down. We're going with what people now are looking for. So it's the length of a movie, and you go and you get to see 5 amazing talks and an amazing entertainer. And then afterwards, we'll have a happy hour, which we'll do in conjunction with what we call Innovation Alley. This is our 25th event.
Gosh.
So we're celebrating that we're bringing back a lot of our past speakers to have a table at Innovation Alley so people can catch up with them and learn what they're doing now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for bringing TEDx St. Louis to St. Louis and allowing us. And I learned so much today that I did not realize. So I'm really going to have to think about this because it is on my bucket list. But I'm really going to have that wow factor of what the heck it's going to be. I don't think repurposing my decor is going to be a big success. So
something different.
Let's do it.
That's my advice.
Exactly. Going to have to figure this one out. But thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you.
Mich Hancock with TEDx St. Louis. Also, you can check out the 100th Monkey, and maybe you need some help at your business, whatever that might be, in creating and social media and all that you have. So thank you so much. This Friday is the TEDx St. Louis. Get your tickets. Be a part of really a brilliantly fun, enlightening event. So appreciate it so much. All right, we're going to take it to a break. We're going to be right back. We're going to be finding out about another big event, the Trap Run Hip Hop Walk Run. Say that 3 times in a row. We'll be right back with more of the In Your City Show.
Okay, we're back.
Right. Here we are. We are back with the In Your City show right here at the KLIS 590 AM. And of course, the best part of it is the louinfo.com that you can go to. All the shows, everyone's show here at the station are streaming 24/7. Subscribe. And of course, you can find us on our channel, the In Your City show, along with Instagram, Facebook. We'd love your follow, your like, and be a part of the movement of mocktails and cocktails with the hottest happy hour in SDL. So we're back. We have got with us Kameel Stanley, and then we also have, which I've got your sheet there, Gordon. We are with Celeste Grayer as well. So Kameel, you're the co-director of the Trap Run. We're going to say the
North Side Trap Run.
North Side Trap Run. I have a couple titles here. And then Celeste, you are actually the festival manager. Which, wow, what a hard job that is.
It's a hard job for all of us. We do all of it together.
It sounds great to say festival manager, but it means you are doing some work.
It means
you are running around sweaty and tired. Well, let's get right into it. Let's find out about when the St. Louis, this is the first, right?
No.
Okay, so you're the only.
We are the only.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is a hip hop themed 5K. So nobody's just walking, running, or jogging.
No.
There's some twerking, bouncing, dancing going on.
Yeah. I mean, the cool thing about the Trap Run is that you always hear music. We put local St. Louis DJs around the route.
Oh, fun.
So you never are without a cheer station or a cheer crew because people come out and nonprofits cheer for you. And then we have music along the route. So you always hear it. So people run, they walk, they bring their dogs, they bring their kids, they dance. It's a really great time. And then at the end,
What do we got going here?
Oh, I was like, what?
It looks like a full band. You got like the
full band.
A whole new way of walking.
If you go to our website, we tell people, like, this is not your average 5K. This is not your average 5K. It is like, it's a vibe. It's really fun. It's like a mix between, like, come out and have a good time, make move your body, but also, like, just do cool stuff in the community.
Dance your way in.
Yeah.
How did the Trap Run come about? How did this event become a sensation in St. Louis?
So it was started in 2018 from a group called Young Friends of the Ville. We're part of that. And we wanted to come up with a really cool, unique fundraiser for Northside Community Housing. Northside Community Housing is based in the Ville neighborhood, a historic neighborhood in St. Louis. And we wanted to come up with something that would be great for North St. Louis. Northside Community Housing does a lot of affordable housing. It's a CDC in the neighborhood, and we also do cool stuff for residents. So we thought, like, let's come up with a 5K, but we want to do it our way. So we thought, let's put music. Let's combine it with music. Let's make sure that it's not just a 5K. Let's not do it in Forest Park. Let's make sure that it's a festival. So it's really a really cool blend of both something that appeals if you're a runner or walker, kind of those types of events, but also just if you love community. And it's also really important for us to bring people together to bridge divides in the region and things like that.
Oh, I love that. You just said that. Yeah. Probably most, and I was going to ask, when you say that you're doing this for community and for the North Side, where that money is going, is it helping to rebuild, when I say streets, that's the cities, but I mean to clean up, to repair, to help people in their homes? Is it things like that? But I was going to ask that question, but then when you ended it, to bring people together, that's probably one of the strongest words that you could possibly say, because we so need that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we've been asked before about the impact of the Trap Run since we've been doing it these several years. And I mean, there are the obvious things, right? Like, so it goes to support affordable housing. So we have people who've been with us from the beginning, and they will notice, like, oh, there's new houses that have been built, and that's very tangible, right? But then there's also the things that are maybe not as tangible. So bringing people to a place that they may not have seen, bringing people to neighborhoods that often get left out of the conversation, bringing people just together to learn about each other, to learn what it means to be a neighbor, even if they're not your next door neighbor. Like, what does it mean to be a great neighbor in the region? Changing attitudes. I mean, you can't build a bridge without awareness. So just being consistent,
doing something good, and then yes, to raise money for these neighborhoods to pour right back into neighborhoods. It was very important to us to bring people to the place that we are trying to uplift, empower, and just really see flourish in the future, instead of like having it be more of a distance thing, like give to this charity or something, but never actually interact with the people.
Actually be part of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, about to
Go
say
ahead.
something. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, and sometimes I get too involved with the controls over here because I'm the pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That's me.
The wizard.
He's busy texting because I like how Gordon's texting and that while you're doing the show. I'm like, no, he's working that.
Cameras, I'm moving scene. But I wanted to ask, and you may have said this earlier and I missed it. If I did, I apologize to say that you've already said it. But what got you involved? What was it that made you go, I want to do this?
Me personally?
Yeah,
You know,
both of you.
You answer first.
Well, first I was the social worker at Sumner High School, so I was embedded into the community. I'm huge on community, and I actually met our other co-director, Aaron Williams, and I was running around the school, taking care of the kids, and he said, "What else do you do?" And I was like, "A lot of stuff. I like to connect. I like to be a part of the community." He said, "I need some help with our track run. Can you help us?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I've been doing it for, was it 4 years? So it has been something that's very dear.
Is it strictly volunteer?
Volunteer, yeah.
We're all volunteers. We all do this outside of our other jobs.
Nothing would survive without people like you who volunteer and give their time. It's an incredible service to be able to do. So your heart was...
Yeah, absolutely. Connecting the kids. We have kids from Sumner High School actually are part of it. We have a full performance that is done, or a program that's done before the color guard from Sumner High School, the ROTC program, actually participates. So it's just continue to add all the pieces. That's what we like to do as part of the community, is add all the pieces. So you see every section of our community that's a part of this day. Mm-hmm. So you see the kids, you see our elderly community, you see, our middle section, our younger adults, you see our mid-range adults. So it's really connecting everybody. So when you're running for the community, but you're also running somebody who may be in it, running next to or running for somebody in that community. So it's really important. To me, that's why I say I'm stuck, but I stuck because I'm connected.
Sure.
It's really important.
So you said 4 years for you, but it's been around since 2018. How long have you been involved?
Since the beginning.
Since the beginning. Yeah. So what have you seen since the first hip hop run that you put on?
Besides houses being built.
Besides the houses.
I think what I'm asking, by seeing that first one you put on, the difference from last year's, which now we're going into a new one.
Yeah.
What have you seen happen in that time?
Well, one thing is that when we started this, I will speak for myself, had no idea what we were doing. Had no idea what we were doing, but wanted to do something, came up with an idea, and had the, I think just had the gumption to go through with it. Mm-hmm. And once you do it and you're like, okay, again, I don't run. so to put on a running event, and to do something completely different, and to do it kind of against some odds. There are plenty of odds that were against us. We, again, just a group of young professionals, didn't have really any idea what we were doing, but we did it. And then we kind of set out at the beginning, we had certain values that we shared. We wanted to do it. We wanted to show people that we could do it. We wanted to show the community that we could do it. And we wanted to be consistent. We wanted to be committed to the place. And so one of the things that I have seen is what happens when you not only plant a seed, what happens when you water the seed, what happens when you are consistently tending to it, what happens when you challenge yourself to let's watch this grow, let's bring in new people, let's do that. And it's just, we were just talking earlier today about the difference between those first couple of years, working through some of the resistance that we got, some of the okay, you guys are going to do what? To now people
can't wait.
People come up to us and they're like, when is Trap Run? This and that. I'll tell you that, after just a devastating tornado, we're getting people who are just like, are you still going to do it?
Yeah,
of course. If not,
that was going to be a question. How do the community respond?
Absolutely, we are doing this.
So the community has really taken this to their heart as
Yeah.
well and
Yeah.
really look forward to this event.
Yeah, and then even just like we had no idea when we started Trap Run that we would, be able to see it grow the way that it has. We have people who come from, I think last year, according to our stats, we had people from 11 states at Trap Run last year.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh, that's fabulous.
So people, the word is out about Trap Run. We get people from all throughout the region. It is like if you've been to other 5Ks, either in the region or around, it's really a really distinct event. Some people call it magic. It's just really cool. It's a big vibe. It's like a good time. We bring people together. It's family friendly.
Are there
it's really
vendors
cool.
there as
Yes,
well?
there
Are
are
there food
vendors.
vendors, things
We
like
have
that?
activities. We're going to have a gaming lounge. We're going to have a
Spa.
spa. We're having
Spa,
inflatables
oh,
for
wow,
kids.
spa.
I'm gonna need that after.
I was gonna be like, I'm not doing a run. I just gave the spa.
Like performances from local artists. Like it is more than a 5K. It's not your average kind of thing. And
What is the cheer station competition?
oh gosh, this is something we started last year. We always push ourselves every year to try to do something
new.
different, and we're always open to new partnerships with community. So talk about evolution of where we've been. So when we first started, we're scrappy, we're scraping together everything we could do. Where we were last year was we wanted to figure out a way to also give back to other people, organizations who are about the same stuff that we're about. So we came up with the cheer station competition, which I told you there's St. Louis DJs along the route, right? Well, with those DJs, we pair them with groups of volunteers and they cheer for people as they're going by. They make signs. They're very funny signs. They make signs. They cheer people on. So last year we decided, hey, how about we open up the cheer stations for nonprofits specifically, kind of adopt a cheer station. And then the competition part comes in is the runners go past the cheer station, right? At the end of the race, we have them tell us which was your favorite cheer station.
Okay.
So they vote for whichever cheer station was the hypest.
So
And whichever hypest cheer station was, that nonprofit gets a donation from us, from the race committee, of at least $500.
That's a fantastic.
So last
idea.
year, the cheer station that was being run by the Black Nurses Association, they won the competition. So they are back this year to defend their title. we have other cheer stations, other nonprofits that will be competing this year for that. And so it's a way for us to be able to give back to other nonprofits.
So do people come themed? People come dance along the way?
Yes.
Do like we just saw that band
We
playing?
had people roller skate. We had
What is the craziest thing you've seen?
oh gosh, people in tutus.
Yeah.
Oh, we had this one little kid who did the race in one of those little like Jeeps.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Like
cute.
that's like
It's going
the whole
along.
time. It's hilarious.
That is so great.
It's very cute.
Now, are you still looking for, do you need volunteers?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Okay,
volunteers would be great. Also, more people to sign up to run.
People to sign up.
Let's talk about how to do that.
Yes.
Where do they go, and when is the event? We talked about the
Oh my
event.
God.
Well, we
Yeah.
mentioned that's actually September 6th, right? September 6th. It's Saturday. What time would they need to be there to be part of it? And if they're thinking about it, can they sign up when they get there as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's get into this.
Okay. So Saturday, September 6th, the entire event is from 8 to 2
Where?
at the intersection of MLK and Sarah. That is right in the Ville.
Okay.
In the Ville neighborhood in North City, St. Louis. And you can find all this on our website, traprunstl.com.
Okay.
So if you want to run, the race will kick off at 9 o'clock. So you need to be there by 8 because you need to get there, get your stuff, get set up, do a little warm up. We have yoga. We have some fun activities in the beginning. And then the festival starts at 8 and it goes till 2 o'clock. So you'll want to come early. You can sign up on the day of. You can sign up ahead of time.
Okay.
I have a code for y'all's audience. If you want to sign up,
Do you want to write that down? Okay.
If you guys
want to put that,
put that
up on our
if you
social media.
if you want to sign up to either run, you can run or walk, right? And there's a 5K, but we have a 1 mile option for those people like I'm not doing a 5K.
Okay.
But if you sign up for the race, and you use code community,
Oh, that's a
you'll
good story.
get 10% off
Okay.
your race registration.
All right.
You can also just come to the festival, and the festival is free.
Yep.
If you
Partake.
you can bring your dog. Purina is one of our key sponsors this year.
Okay.
So if you come and you want to run with your dog, for the top 3 dog finishers,
Our
they will
dog
get.
doesn't run.
Oh.
She is a bulldog.
I
She
know.
will walk.
Slowly. Right.
Don't even have to
She'll run for 5 seconds.
until she
Sit
wants to
down.
pick her up.
Yeah, she has to lay down for a few
Yes.
seconds as well. We want to make sure you can go to traprunstl.com
Yeah.
to find out more, see pictures from previous
Yeah. You
events.
can also
You can
find
sign
a
up.
volunteer there.
Oh, perfect. You always need volunteers.
And if we don't pay the bills,
I need to make
we're gonna
sure
turn the
that
lights
if
up.
you aren't running at the Trap Run STL there on MLK and Sarah, you may want to organize something at home if you're not there. And if you want to, you're going to want to go and see Jennifer Williams. She is the owner of St. Louis Closet Co., another local company who supports local. She is so involved in St. Louis in every way. She has been in business for 35 years. And if you've got that pantry, that mud room, that closet, maybe it's your garage, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's your office. Maybe you guys need a way to organize all your stuff from your event. Jennifer can do it with St. Louis
All
Closet
your
Co.
outfits for the trap run.
Exactly. She is all about taking your place, your business from chaos to calm. Check them out. The team is sensational. They do everything on site. You do not have to worry about it coming from another country and not getting here. You can literally go to her place there on Big Ben and watch them designing and making what you have sat down. They're not a one size fits all. They do it all. So St. Louis Closet Co., Jennifer Williams, she's a wonderful person. We love our friendship with her and all that she does to help support locally here in St. Louis. So support her as well when you're ready to go from craziness to calmness.
Calmness.
Yeah. So there we go. St. Louis Closet Co. for everybody that's part of Trap
I
Run.
was like, oh.
Yeah. We really appreciate learning about this. We love that.
What you guys are doing for your community, that's awesome.
Yeah, we need more.
People like you.
Community.
Yep.
Our community.
Yeah,
It's
that's
our
right.
community.
That's right.
Everybody's community.
Absolutely. Coming together and bringing us as one to community with a very fun event.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks fantastic what we're seeing on. And this is my first time hearing about it. So knowing that you don't realize sometimes you're involved in what you do so much
Yeah.
that you think everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
And you're talking about 2018. Not everybody knows. So we're glad that we can help be a voice to allow you to share your voice and everybody know about this. A great event.
We appreciate the more people who know, the more people who can be involved. And
Yeah.
we really try to think about, the person who doesn't run and the person who loves community and have them come together. And
Well, we'll learn even more about it from you all and see what we can do ourselves to be a big support besides, giving you the voice here. So Trap Run STL, check it out September 6th. You won't want to miss it. Sign up. And if you can't go, you know what? They would love a donation as well. They can use all they can to support our community, right?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celeste,
Thank you.
Kameel. We appreciate you being here. And to those that tuned in today to In Your City Show, we appreciate you. It's all about giving a voice, allowing you to tell your story right here on the In Your City Show, because there's so much going on in communities around us to be able to share and educate you, entertain you with it. So thank you to the Lou Information Station for allowing us to bring you all that we can. Keep your mocktail, your cocktails going. It doesn't end just right because our show is going. So until the next show, on In Your City Show, we want to say to you, you could say it with us. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.